What's up everybody, Steve here, and we're showing you on this video how we keep a whole halal grass-fed boneless ribeye in our fridge for the month, and how we use it and how we store it. This one here is from Costco Business. It's from New Zealand. Very gamey, but it's okay for us. If you guys don't like the gamey taste, you can do the choice or select ribeyes. Very cost-effective way to keep protein at your fingertips if you cook a lot. And this is our tray here with the rack, and it's lined with some coarse sea salt. This is the brand here that we also gotten from Costco. I think the whole thing is like under $5. Very affordable. First and foremost, we're going to take our ribeye out and dry it out with some napkins. Just get that excess moisture slash blood off the exterior of our ribeye. A very nice cut here. You guys can use choice, select, whatever you want. And then I like to cut the sides off just so we get a clean edge. Sometimes the edge at the beginning is not straight. We're gonna make some steaks right off the bat. And boom, this is our setup here on the rack. The salt underneath is gonna help keep the air around it clean and less moisture. And we're gonna put it on the bottom rack of our fridge. This by no means is the correct professional way of doing it, but it's very functional and realistic if you're just doing it at home. Bottom rack, try to keep the bottom rack clear, and you have some baking soda. It kind of keeps the air around there clear. And first things first, just some beautiful steaks outside on our cast iron here. And again, it's just a way to have protein at your fingertips throughout the month. I think this was $12.79 a pound, but if you go to the store, it's like $25 to $30 a pound, the pre-cut ribeyes. So way perfectly cooked. Look at that, nice and blue. All right, this is about 3 days in. As you can see, it's already forming the crust, starting to dry out, hence dry age. And as the meat progresses, it's gonna change in flavor, it's gonna change in texture, it's gonna change in its appearance. So again, I think 3-4 days in here, we're gonna cut some thin slices and we're gonna make some asada. Just some taco seasoning, sear it up, and we're gonna cube it up, and we're gonna add these to our California burritos. All right, here we go again. Between the 5 to 9 days in, starting to dry out a little bit more intense red color. And you can be your own butcher when you're doing this. You don't have to go to the store. You can cut off a thin slice, you can cut off a thick slice, depending on what you're using it for. And this one here was used for some beautiful steak and eggs, with some tomatoes and some homemade guac we had left over. So hopefully this gives you some idea on what to use the ribeye. And we're trying to up our protein this month, so that's the reason we got the whole ribeye for ourselves. Hit it with some cotija cheese. All right, we're in the teens here, probably 10 to 15 day range. I didn't keep an exact count, which I think I should have, but it's okay. Just wanted to show you guys how this whole process goes and how we use it. So you can start to see the edge is getting darker color The eye is a different color than the actual main part. I'm going to thinly slice this part up and just turn it into some noodle salad bowls. Look at that, beautiful. And it's going to start drying out. It's going to start intensifying in flavor. It's going to be easier to cut, easier to handle. Look at that pellicle, which is the outer edge, is starting to form darker, and that's kind of protecting the beef long term. So it's creating this shell, intensifying the flavor and the color. It's just easy to use and handle. This one here, probably around 18-19 days, and I just thinly sliced up because we know there has to be pho made at least once a week in this household. Add it to your pho. Now you got some dry aged ribeye pho. All right, we're in like the early 20s here. As you can see, it's almost black on the outside. And once it gets to this point, some people prefer cutting off the edge, the pellicle, but right here we're still good, so we're still going to eat it. It's just a little bit more crispier, but it's not the end of the world. And here, more burritos. This is probably around 24-25 days in, and we're nearing the end. So we've used this a lot. There's a few shots that I didn't get, rice bowls and whatnot, but look at that. Beautiful thing, isn't it? And now I'm gonna start cutting off the pellicle because it's getting a little tough. But I like to save the pellicle and fry it up on the side. It's kind of like beef, fried beef jerky. Very good, no waste. But look at that, all the different colors. And this was another gorgeous steak. You usually have it with like salad or rice. Very simple, high in protein. Look at that crust, perfectly cooked once again. Rare, just how we like it. Still mooing. All right, towards the end, there's about 26, 27, mid 20s, and it just gets more and more intense. The flavor is very nutty. There's like basically zero moisture left, so it cooks fairly quick, and your pan will be dry. It's not coming out full of liquid because all the moisture has been sucked out. Gorgeous, intense color, maroons and reds and pinks. Even the fat gets delicious. And just kind of keep the pellicle in a container or bowl on the side, and when you want a snack, you just fry them up. Look at these beautiful steaks with some serrano peppers, some onion whites. Very dry, not in a bad way. Low moisture, I should say. So it cooks much faster.
This is a better piece.
Look at that, baby. Crispy edge. So good. All right, we're nearing the end here. This might be day 26, 27, 28-ish. And at this point, the best is just to make steaks, just because it's so good to just eat it the way it is. Look at that beautiful color. Steak master. If I had a grill, it would be over, but best we have right now is just the cast iron pan. And this is our last piece here. I've been officially 28, 29 days, 30 days, whatever you want to call it, but we are here at the end, and that's the end pellicle. And this one we're going to do a little different, and we're just going to turn it into a lap, which is like a Thai salad. We had so much herbs left over, and it actually cut the nuttiness and the funkiness really well. Short down below on how I made it. But yeah, this is it. This is our ribeye journey. Just wanted to show you guys how cost effective and functional it is to kind of just do this at home and use it as you go. Get creative with your meal plans and whatnot. Thank you guys for watching.